Hey loves, this is going to be a twin flame collective reading. First, I'm going to put out the divine feminine's feelings towards the connection and what they're currently working on. Next in line will be divine masculine, their feelings towards the connection and what they're currently working on. Divine feminine's feelings towards the connection. We've got the Knight of Cups, okay? And this is showing that the divine feminine still feels a deep romantic pull. Their heart is open and they're willing to love, but they're also cautious about who receives that energy now. And then with the Two of Cups and the Page of Cups, this confirms that love and union are still felt on soul level, okay, even across the distance. There's forgiveness and tenderness returning after the pain. However, the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse, divine feminine is consciously choosing peace over chaos, moving on from heartbreak, self-doubt, and codependency. This isn't detachment out of bitterness, but healing through surrendering. So they're realizing love doesn't mean waiting and suffering. And what the divine feminine is currently working on with the Magician, the Chariot, and the Six of Wands. This reveals powerful manifestation energy. The divine feminine is reclaiming control of their destiny, channeling all lessons from the separation into creative action, success, and forward motion. They're recognizing their ability to build their own life and attract blessings independently. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles. And with the Justice, the Six of Pentacles, they're learning energetic balance, not overgiving or chasing, but allowing reciprocity and divine timing to restore equilibrium. The Emperor and the Hierophant shows that divine feminine is creating stability and structure, strengthening spiritual discipline, grounding their beliefs, and taking practical steps to align their divine purpose. With the Three of Cups, and where did Judgment go? This speaks of emotional rebirth, reconnecting with joy, community, and higher callings. So divine feminine is awakening to their mission, realizing that the connection is a catalyst for their own ascension and not her only source of fulfillment. So the overall energy here with the Page of Cups, there's renewed softness and hope, a willingness to love again, but with new boundaries and wisdom. The divine feminine's heart is healing and their intuition is heightening, and they're learning that vulnerability is their power. So yes, divine feminine feels love, peace, and forgiveness for their twin, but their focus is now self-mastery and manifestation and balance. Divine feminine is stepping into their Empress energy, whole on their own, magnetically aligned to union through inner harmony. They have healthy boundaries, and it's going to take quite a bit for masculine to break through those, show up while respecting those boundaries. So I'm going to go into part 2 for divine masculine. Join me there. This is part 2, divine masculine. It's kind of interesting because divine feminine came out in the masculine's reading and divine masculine came out in divine feminine's reading. We are mirroring at the Five of Wands here, okay, and also the Two of Swords. So this is deep inner conflict. The divine masculine feels torn between their head and their heart. There's an ongoing struggle between ego and pride and vulnerability, and they know this connection with the divine feminine is profound here with the Empress, yet it triggers every buried insecurity and shadow pattern that they're avoiding. And with the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, this shows that they're feeling emotionally unfulfilled and isolated. They're aware that they pushed away something sacred, yet uncertain how to repair it. And the Queen of Swords. This is energy from the feminine that loops large into their awareness. They see her strength and boundaries and clarity, and it both intimidates and inspires them. Also, the Chariot came out and the Magician in both readings. I love when there's synchronicities there. So this suggests that the masculine wants to take control and move forward to manifest reconciliation or a new chapter, but they're still learning how to channel that willpower constructively instead of defensively. With the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, they're trying to channel this constructively instead, but there's a sense of exhaustion. They've been fighting their own emotions for too long. And what the Divine Masculine is working on with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles shows that they're rebuilding from the ground up. So this masculine is learning patience, responsibility, and how to earn trust again, not just desire connection. They're focusing on tangible progress, finances, career, and personal growth. Yet Spirit is guiding them towards emotional mastery just as much. So Two of Wands, okay, and the Four of Swords. They're in reflection and contemplation. They're in the planning phase where they're assessing their next steps. They know the old way no longer works, and they've been called to stop overthinking and start aligning with purpose. And with Justice as the overall energy, this is karmic balancing. They're facing the consequences of avoidance and imbalance, not as punishment, but as sacred correction. So this is the masculine's awakening to accountability, realizing true strength lies in honesty, vulnerability, and right action. So the Divine Masculine, under there was the Six of Cups. Reunion, reconciliation, nostalgia. Okay, so once this happens, once Divine Feminine and Masculine align, that union can happen again. Or for the first time for some. So Divine Masculine still feels the pull of the connection, but they're in a deep healing phase. Torn between ego and heart, they've been guided to lay down their defenses and learn emotional integrity. Through the challenges, they're awakening to the truth that love requires effort, presence, and equality. Reciprocity, not control. When both Divine Feminine and Masculine readings are viewed together, it's clear that Divine Feminine is mastering their own inner world and standing in their power. The Divine Feminine rising, and the Masculine is being called to rise and match that energy through maturity and self-work. Balance, justice being restored through mirrored growth. If you would like a personal reading, you can contact me through my Linktree. It's in my bio or in the comment section. Sending you lots of love and light, piercing through the shadows. Namaste.